Arguments are underway for an Idaho Supreme Court case which could have major implications on ski resorts across the Gem State. Abby will listen in on those. Abby, where does this case stand?
Hunter, attorneys for both Sun Valley Company and on behalf of the Milus family, who lost their loved one Stuart while he was skiing, reconvened Friday. No decisions were made, but if the court rules in favor of Milus, ski resorts across Idaho could have to increase liability and insurance costs, and some resorts worry that that could put them out of business entirely.
We are on record in case number 49693, Milus versus Sun Valley Company.
For the second time, attorneys took the stand over a case involving skier Stuart Milus, who died skiing at Sun Valley's Bald Mountain in November of 2019.
First of all, thank you for giving us a second opportunity to take a look at this tough case.
A lower court ruled in favor of Sun Valley, but the Idaho Supreme Court reversed that decision, prompting another hearing.
I stand before you for a second time regarding the wrongful death claim.
Friday's arguments came down to statutes in Idaho's Ski Liability Act that state snowmaking equipment needs to be marked with warning signs. The question comes down to, does it need to be marked if it's visible on the slopes or if it's not?
I recognize that the court is struggling with how to interpret these provisions.
Jacqueline Gans, on behalf of Sun Valley, says their snow gun, which Milus ran into when he died, was marked with yellow padding and visible. The snow gun was located in the middle of the run.
There is no evidence in this record that this snow gun was anything other than plainly visible.
It's there in the middle of the run. It's the only thing in the middle of the run. How is it not plainly visible?
Matthew Gunn, on behalf of the Milus family, says it doesn't matter if the snow gun was visible. It still needs to be marked with a warning sign, especially because it was in the middle of a run.
3.2 requires a ski area such as Sun Valley to mark all snowmaking equipment, whether it's plainly visible or not. The requirement to mark snowmaking equipment, whether plainly visible or not.
Gans says Sun Valley does what they can to protect skiers.
No ski area is going to cross its fingers and hope for a day with clear visibility.
But that it's also up to the skiers to protect themselves and ride on terrain fitting for their skill level.
I consider myself a fairly expert skier. What is plainly visible to me is not necessarily plainly visible to Mr. Milus.
Court ended without any decisions made, and the court will reconvene on the subject in April.
We are now in recess until April 2nd, 2025.
And we will, of course, continue to follow the case and bring you updates as we have them. And I also spoke with the general manager of Soldier Mountain today. He says ski resorts across Idaho, including Soldier Mountain, are, of course, worried about the outcome of this case because it could cause prices to hike, not just for resorts to cover liability and insurance costs, but also, of course, for lift tickets for skiers, which would ultimately make skiing less accessible for the Gem State.
Yeah, we'll see what happens come April. Thank you, Abby.